he read his opponent's mind.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
I think I know who's going to win. Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating up the turnbuckle he goes. I hope he knows what he's doing. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow! Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H. Is it time? Yes, we've got another superstar joining the match.
His opponent telegraphed that one. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the... He's going up! This could backfire!
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off. And there's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There better be. But we're going to see a tap out right here. Boy, if the King isn't one of the true legends of this business.
What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
Wow! There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this. Here we go. Another superstar is entering the match.
My stomach's in knots, JR. I know it's only a matter of time.
And now a pin. This could be it.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. He countered that and made it very easy.
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this...
Oh, boy. The adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something.
Here comes another competitor. This will turn into a real slobber knocker.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bonus. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
And there's the cover.
I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole. Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Ray. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, oh my gosh, is it time already? I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans are going to... I don't think he's climbing up there for the view.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a highly anticipated... He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. Look at this. Look at this.
There he goes. Up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad.
I can't think of a superstar who's overcome the odds in a more dramatic way than Eddie Guerrero. Talk about earning your spot.
I couldn't agree more, JR. Eddie's what you call a real inspiration. No matter how bad things got, he never gave up.
And and no stranger to dark times is Eddie Guerrero. But a man isn't judged by how far he falls, but by how hard he works to climb back up.
And by that standard, I don't think you can say that there's ever been a greater superstar than Eddie Guerrero. Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he runs.
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
There's the pin. What's he doing here?
Come on, King. Don't play dumb. If anyone knows a spike pile driver when he sees it, it's you. That went nowhere. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some. He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
And it's been reversed. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
It looks like he might be going for the submission here, JR.
He sure is. He's got the lasso from El Paso locked in. Oh, boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. So,
he's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
Uh-oh. Talk about a hold you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy.
I think it's... Here's the pin! Could this be it? All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop...
He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place.
King, I've got to say, I'm impressed that you're able to look at one of your own matches and call it so objectively.
Why does that surprise you, JR? I can be professional when I have to.
It's just that you always seem to have an opinion on damn near everything. But this match seems to be the exception.
Come on, JR. I don't need to tell these people that they're lucky to see a true legend like the King in action. He's going for the pin. See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best band,
and the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now I'm just hoping I haven't lost Taz's phone number. Boy, I'll tell you, I'd never want to find myself in a fight with Taz. He might just have the shortest fuse, no pun intended, in the business.
Well, look at the size of him, JR. If you haven't noticed, everything about Taz is short, not just his fuse.
You know it's not the size of the dog in the fight, King. It's the size of the fight in the dog. And Taz's bite is much worse than his bark, I assure you. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get you.
I love the fact that these fans always cheer so loudly for Eddie Guerrero, a superstar who doesn't even try to hide the fact that he wins his matches by lying, cheating, and stealing.
It's a Guerrero family tradition, King.
I think they're going to try to gut it out, JR, but guts will only get you so far. Sometimes it's just not physically possible to keep going. He reversed it.
So it looks like he's trying for a pin here.